Hey everyone, about to play the first match in a Shadows over Innistrad draft. We would like to play first, and I think this is a keep because of Fork in the Road primarily. Without it, it would be harder to keep, but we keep it. The Fork can get us... We can probably get away with just searching for our island right now and feeling okay about that. It's early enough in the game. We have more green than anything, and there's a good chance we draw the second green we're going to need eventually for our Dire Swine. But next turn, unless we draw a blue source, we'll probably Fork in the Road for an island, and we will put the island in our hand. And whatever the other one we fetch in our graveyard. Okay, well, we have double green now, so now we can feel really good about it. So we're going to Fork. Click a card to put it into your hand. And we'll throw a forest into the graveyard. Yeah. Halfway to Delirium. We can play Crawling Sensation next turn. So that's pretty good. Especially if our opponent's about to play like Devil Thorn Fox, and he is. We are going to get hit by it once, but that's not too bad. So our opponent's an aggro deck. Makes me wish I had that Biting Rain card right now. We'll play this. He knows we took it. So we're going to play our Sensation now and start making insect tokens that can block this stuff. Hopefully it doesn't put like Griff's Boon on this. That's always like one of the bad things that can happen to you against Devil Thorn Fox. So we can get to Delirium basically whenever we want to because of Sinister Concoction. So we take the 4 here. I would really like to get an insect on this. Fork in the Roading after Crawling Sensation might have been nice, but I think it was worth it to do it on turn 2. Yes. All right, we hit 2 lands. We only get 1 insect, though, because it's each instance of a thing. All right. So I'm going to play this forest. We're going to leave mana. We can't do anything anyway, but we can Sinister Concoction. We need to remember we have like Ghoulsteed who can come back from our graveyard and be a presence to help us win the game. I definitely just block Devil Thorn Fox with my insect here. If he swings with it. Ulvenwald Mysteries, which is in our deck, is probably not incredible in our deck because we only have 14 creatures, but I still think it's probably worth running. Yeah, that makes sense. I am perfectly okay with you just swinging with that guy. Does he play something we want to kill here? Maybe. Do we want to use our Concoction on that? It does enable a lot of nonsense, and it's going to let our opponent loot. So, I would just discard a land. I wouldn't discard Throttle just because that would get me Delirium or something crazy like that. Discarding a land also means I get another insect. I have Throttle in my hand too, and I'm not going to be able to play anything this turn anyway, so maybe it would be better to just Throttle him. Yeah. Alright, more lands, but that does mean another insect. And yeah, there's our Mysteries, which is not incredible right now, since all of our creatures are tokens right now. So, I think I want to leave mana up for Throttle and in my turn instead of playing the Mysteries. And our opponent's going to loot. Gibbering Fiend, okay. White has some good Delirium cards, and Red has some good Madness cards, so either of those things could be happening to us. But Fiery Temper is not real great for our opponent right this moment. I don't feel terrible about having milled 5 lands. I mean, we have basically all that we want, although our Altered Ego is perfectly happy getting as many as possible. If he doesn't do anything else, like play any more spells, new creatures this turn, I probably just Concoction his Prophet at the end of his turn. Or Throttle it, actually, because Throttle can't kill everything like the Concoction can. What's happening? Oh, no. Yeah, that's bad. Can exile my enchantments, which is really bad for us. Jeez. Okay. Can't do anything about it. I'm guessing it's probably going to exile my Crawling Sensation. Yeah. Well, that's sad. That saddens me. So we're going to use Throttle here to kill the Prophet. Yeah, that's a hard card to beat for our deck since we run lots of enchantments. My Concoction could go next. Damn it, Fiery Temper. Is he going to go to my Dome with that? I kind of hope he does, but I think he's probably going to kill an insect since he probably wants to protect Nahiri. Yeah, he does. Well, there's our Epitaph Golem, who's suddenly not nearly as good. Tapped artifact, so he does have to be tapped at least. And so do the creatures. The bad news is he can blow up my Sinister Concoction without me getting to do anything with it if I tap out here. So I think I probably just play my Epitaph Golem and leave 1 mana up. And in my turn. It is the biggest creature out there now, so it's not useless by any stretch. I haven't had to play against or gotten to play with Nahiri yet. She's actually, I mean, she's good, obviously. I mean, you'd first pick her most of the time, but I think she's the weakest of the Planeswalkers. 3 Planeswalkers in this set. 4 Planeswalkers, rather. But against my deck, which relies on a lot of enchantments, she's pretty good. Don't discard another Fiery Temper. Okay, he didn't. Yeah, it's going to be hard to kill her. Our Dire Swine can help, but I wanted to make sure he wasn't just going to destroy. Although I guess Nahiri would have died if he did that. So it probably would have been safe to play my Dire Swine there, now that I think about it. Probably discard my Mysteries at this point. Oh, man. All right, my opponent has Delirium now. Yeah, we're in trouble. Our opponent's deck is pretty good. Machinations, huh? I think we basically have to use our Concoction here if we want to accomplish anything. And I'll use it on whatever he gives indestructibility to here. Yeah. All right, now I think it's okay for us to tap out for our big Dire Swine. And we'll end our turn. Bad news is, after he swings once, Nahiri can just kill him. So, yeah. Probably would have been better to play it last turn when my opponent might have decided to blow up my Concoction. Stitchwing Scob seems pretty good to side in just because it can actually get through the air, which our opponent doesn't seem to have a lot of creatures in the air. Gosh, 2 Mythics? Is that necessary? I don't think that's necessary. It's going to be hard, especially because we don't have a lot of removal for this scary guy. Vessel of Ephemera, okay. Yeah, and he can give this indestructibility every turn, which is not cool. Ugh. I think we have to swing with our Kessig Dire Swine at Nahiri, or we're just going to lose eventually. I mean, we're probably going to lose anyway between these two Mythics, but this makes him make a decision. If he just blocks with this, I hit her for 4, and then if she kills this, she dies. I mean, of course, he's left with a 5/5 who's going to be indestructible all the time. But, still. So I'm going to hold on to these. There's no real reason to play them, I guess, except for Altered Ego, who a second Kessig Dire Swine is even bigger would be nice. So if he exiles my guy here, I'm going to be reasonably happy given our situation. Ooh. Yeah, that's bad. That is bad. Now he doesn't really have to worry about exiling my guy. He can just kill us in the air. He can discard a card here and make sure we're dead next turn, basically. Discarding Fiery Temper would be wrong. It would be 6. I'd be at 1 if he discards Fiery Temper here. He can hit players, right? Oh no, creature or planeswalker. Never mind. Wonder if he has a card that costs enough that it can just kill my Dire Swine here. Doesn't look like he'll use that part of the ability. Do we have any way of dealing with this right now? We do not. We've used our 2 best removal spells. So I think we're dead, basically. We're going to make our opponent kill us, of course, but... Wicker Witch. Why would you not discard that to do damage to, like, my insects? Ugh. Well, that's stupid. I mean, we're dead because he's just going to draw something that... Oh, he's probably just going to tap our guys down. Yeah. I mean, I guess we're not technically dead yet. Just basically. So we'll let him kill us. Nahiri will kill this now, and he'll drop us to 1. Like, that's our best case scenario. So, yeah, our opponent built a very good red-white aggro deck. That is definitely helped by the fact that our opponent got 2 Mythics. And they're both very good Mythics, so. Gonna kill my insect. Oh, right, I keep thinking this can hit me, but it can't. So I am alive for 1 more turn. What can I do with 1 more turn? Probably draw a land. That's my guess. Ooh, that's a messed up thing to do. Not a land, but we're dead, so. On to the next game. So, having evasive creatures against a planeswalker is important. So I think we do want to side in our Stitchwing Scob. Rancid Rats wouldn't have even been terrible. Our Crawling Sensations do get a little worse, but he has 1 Nahiri and we have 2 Crawling Sensations. So, you know, we could cut this, which I realized isn't incredible in our deck. We did just put another creature in it, though. So it may be a little more worth playing now. Oh yeah, we have this flyer. Once it transforms, it's a flyer anyway. I don't know what I want to cut. Did Tooth Collector seem good? Seemed fine. Waltz, I think we want to keep since we mill ourselves and stuff. I mean, I'm sort of still leaning towards Mysteries here. As good as it is, like, I ended up not making a deck that it's incredible in. This is a hard one, because I like all the cards that are in my deck, basically. But I think we do want this. It can kill Nahiri, which is nice. Nahiri can also exile him, which means he can't come back from the graveyard, it's worth noting, but only after he's swung once. But swinging once isn't usually going to be able to kill Nahiri. Yeah, I guess he's not that great, actually. I think we just leave things as is. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Hope we don't see both of our opponents' Mythix Neck in this game. Okay, I think this is pretty good. We have 2 good 3-drops and a good 3-drop enchantment, which I might actually play first, depending on how quick of a start our opponent's having. If he plays like a turn 2 Devil Thorn Fox, I probably don't. Of course, he has his Thraben Inspector again, right? No, Stern Constable. That worries me a lot less. Although our opponent does have Fiery Temper, and he gets a lot better when you have Fiery Temper. Now, does he play Devil Thorn Fox? Which our Ulvenwald Mysteries is good against, just like our other token generator. Having an evasive creature already is pretty nice. Interesting. All right, well, I'm just going to play our Mysteries then. Well, do I just want to play Crawling Sensation now? Right now, we don't really desperately need Delirium, so I think I will play my Mysteries here. You're discarding a card? Oh, yeah, that's bad. That explains what he was doing. I probably should have thought about that. Madnessing that into play on turn 2 is disgusting. Ouch. Okay, all right. Well, we can't do anything about him this turn, so he's going to become a 5/2. So basically we're about to get smashed. I mean, we can play our Crow who can block it and kill it at least. But with Stern Constable in play, it's going to be pretty... Wow, our opponent's deck is good. It disgusts me. Yeah, we'll play our Crow. Tooth Collector, where were you? Why you got to go in my graveyard like that? Yeah, I think we're just going to lose this game. Our opponent's deck is like far too good, basically. Like, he's, curving out like this. Turn 1, Constable. Turn 2, Blood Mad. Turn 3, Breakneck Rider is messed up. And he's playing another one and tapping this creature. So I think we're just toast, basically. Like, I don't know how we get out of this. This is definitely the best aggressive red-white deck I've ever seen in the format that this guy put together. Obviously, since we're being like completely overpowered, unable to do anything to stop it. I think we're just going to have to scoop. I mean, well, if we throttle this, we still take too much damage next turn. Yeah, we're just dead. I mean, I could play Byway Courier, which does make it so I have another creature who can block, I guess. So I guess I'll do that. But it ain't great. At least we can make a couple humans to help defend us. But yeah. Oh, we're just dead. Yeah. This deck was incredible. Definitely our opponent did have the good fortune of turn 1 Constable with 2 Madness cards. But his deck is obviously really good, in addition to drawing very well. So we got completely crushed in this game. Our sort of dirtily strategy doesn't work at all against a deck that's this good aggressively. So we are toast on turn 5 here, without ever doing anything to pressure our opponent. In either game, really. At least in the other game we did a little bit, but wow. All right, well, hopefully our other opponents don't have quite such an impressive deck. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.